Hey everyone, VYAU, CritRate here, playing The Last of Us multiplayer, doing a supply raid on University, and today it is a hunting rifle downs mission that I'm in the middle of. So I'm going to do the episode or video on hunting rifles. So, if you've watched any of my Uncharted 3 videos before, you know that I pretty much use Dragon Sniper exclusively. You know, I pick one weapon and I master it. My loadout that I'm using right now is a Marathon Runner spec with Collector and First Aid and Explosive Expert. Nothing that's going to influence the hunting rifle, so everything you see in this video as far as aiming goes or gunplay, you know, you could probably do with any other spec. You know, whereas sharpshooter, and I think it's a headshot. Yeah, it's a headshot. And you may be asking how I'm able to get headshots so quickly on those guys. You know, if you play this map enough, you know exactly where head level is going to be. So, you know, you're prepared as soon as you climb over that window. Okay, you know where to shoot. And that is an interesting ambush, and it's interesting because, you know, I never would have thought anyone would just let two of their teammates die. But, you know, you're always surprised. Anyway, that in itself is a good lesson in range management. That being... that's a hunting rifle versus a semi-automatic. So every weapon has optimal range that you fire from. A hunting rifle, best shot from across the map because that means it's out of the range of a burst rifle. You can't accurately shoot a burst rifle across the map, whereas you can with a hunting rifle. If you stay far enough away, you'll have the advantage with that weapon. Whereas if I was up face to face with someone with a medium range or short range weapon like a semi-automatic or semi-auto rifle, then I think that's a headshot right there. You know, the advantage would be them because you have to reload. Okay, I don't know if you caught that, but if you get hit, don't pull the trigger automatically out of panic because you need time to reset the scope, because there's this pain wobble element where if you're hit as you're aiming down the scope, or with any weapon for that matter, your aim is going to be thrown off or it's going to be impacted by their hit. So you either take cover and let that settle, or you wait like a split second before firing. Otherwise, it's just a wasted shot. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I caught them with the headshots there. Anyway, you know, don't let anyone tell you how to play. Like, for example, right here, I'm sprinting out of the way, taking cover, first aid. Always good to have first aid kits, so I grab them whenever possible. But I've been told that I play a little too aggressively for some. You know, this is supposed to be a slow game. This is an Uncharted 3. You know, don't let anyone tell you how to play. First of all, if anyone says don't sprint, you know, that's a bunch of crap. Obviously, sometimes you don't want to give away your position, but, you know, that's not a general rule of thumb. You may sometimes, like, for example, here I'm sprinting to take cover from fire. And then stopping so I disappear, and it's always keeping them guessing. It's confusing the enemy. The other thing is, you know, I'll sprint for supplies to get there first. I'll sprint there for positioning, so I'll have either the high ground, or I'll have cover before the other team does, or I sprint to get away if I need to. That's why I have Marathon Runner in my spec, because I want to be able to outrun or chase down anyone. The other thing is, you may notice I'm marking, and earlier when I was up against 3 people, you know, you keep the marks on them, so that's a headshot right there. You keep the marks on them so you know exactly when you can pop out and when to expect someone is going to come out from behind cover to engage you. So, oh, this is bad. Yeah, for some reason I thought I had a melee weapon there. Did not. Paid the consequences. That, and I missed the close-up shot. That would have allowed me to take him down with, I think, 2 swings. But anyway, okay, so I set that bomb earlier there. You know, make bombs or Molotov cocktails, or I think that's a headshot. Or down anyway, that's an execution.
Look out, right. That's one down.
And I think that was a headshot.
One comes back from that.
Or at least a long-range kill.
Hunter, look alive. Downed one.
That's a headshot. That's the first time I hit that guy. So 3 long-range kills, or 4 long-range kills. Okay, even close range, I'm still using the hunting rifle. There's a headshot. Although I've said this in a previous video, if I'm engaged with 2 or more close range, then I'm going to pull out my revolver. Just for the fact that I can squeeze off more shots. Again, that's that range management. You know, you're probably better off with something that can do repeat fires or a faster rate of fire. Whereas with the hunting rifle, look at all this you know, reload time that I have. Less so that the weapon is now upgraded, but you know, still, if you're doing one-on-one, take your shot, cover, reload, then come back out. Don't stand out there in the open as you're reloading, because then you're just a sitting duck, especially if they have a weapon more suited for close-range combat, like either a handgun out or a semi-automatic or burst rifle. Burst rifle obviously is the best if you're close up because it can get more shots off.
You're okay. Okay, got it.
Okay, so now my rifle is fully upgraded. The scoping is going to be much quicker on it. The reload time is going to be pretty quick also. It's also another reason why I don't use the military sniper rifles at purchase point. Man, I just got ambushed there pretty badly. I don't have a silencer on my scope or on my rifle because I want them to hear the shot, because it's sometimes it'll scare or shock some enemies when they hear that hunting rifle go off. The other thing is I'm sprinting for cover anyway, so I'm going to show up on their radars as a red blip regardless. So I'll take my shot, cover, shoot, then sprint off, you know, reload, first aid, whatever I need to.
Hunter!
It's all about sticking and moving. I don't know, I missed that.
Hunter, over there!
But headshot, so I think that makes up for it.
Finished. Move out.
So there's no magic secret for getting headshots, it's just a lot of practice.
Straggler, look alive!
And there's me marking the person. I'm spamming R3 if I don't have them marked, so that you know, if they accidentally reveal themselves a little bit, then you know, I know exactly where they are and I can follow them while they're under cover or behind cover, so they don't pop out somewhere unexpected on me. The other thing is, if I did use another spec and I did want collector, I could use Hawkeye, so that way after marking someone I would know exactly where their head is and take a shot as they're revealed, because Hawkeye level, I think 2, I don't use it so I'm not that familiar with it, but I think it's either level 2 or if there's a level 3, it shows the entire outline of the person, so that way you can match up where their head's going to come out from, and probably get a headshot that way. Might even be a good way to practice. I've never tried it, but you know, it's just something I'm thinking of right now, because you can see the entire outline of the enemy. It'll help you get a better feel for exactly where they would be. And here's just me checking all the usual sniping positions.
That's one down! Hunter, look alive! Nice!
Now normally there I would take my time to make sure I got the headshot, but you know, I think since he's creeping around, and the other thing is, before I forget, special executions, they do give you a nice bonus. It's a 75 part bonus on top of the 50 you get for regular execution. So that's 125 parts compared to just 50 parts for an execution. But if like that, if I had been killed there, I would have gotten nothing for the execution, nor a special execution bonus, I don't think. It doesn't show up on the scoreboard at least, so... you know, check your surroundings before you do that. Sometimes I just get careless, or if I'm ahead or winning enough, then I guess it just doesn't matter. Okay, so that's a headshot. So far, 27 of 20 rifle downs in all. This is, I think, the third day of my mission. Speaking of missions, save your easy missions. If you're having problems losing your clan, save the easy missions like downs, executions, or special executions for later on, like week 10 or week 12, when you risk losing 100% of the population. The other thing is, you know, your loadout, pick any loadout that suits your playstyle. You know, there's no fixed loadout that you need to go with. Like, for example, you don't have to go Marathon Runner just because CritRate uses Marathon Runner. I mean, if you like to stealth more, you know, do that. And that's just a rifle shot shattering the armor. And me realizing that I'd thrown the bomb at the wrong location because that guy was dead or down by a teammate. Or maybe I downed him, I don't know at this point. A headshot. They should give you a bonus for headshot executions.
I can't hold on much longer. Hold on, I can patch you up.
I'm just lucky right here this guy didn't have enough health to come up against me. Special I know you heard the sound of that bomb going off. You know, I wish I could say that I would have checked the area before, but no, the way that executions work, if I didn't go for that special execution, I'm sure one of my teammates would have taken either the regular execution or the special execution from me. So you know, again, I would probably do that the same way, regardless.
Finished. Move out.
Alright, so here, one thing I hate, this has nothing to do with the hunting rifle, but if you're on the winning team, then you're going to be getting less parts, or less materials will be in those supply crates, which doesn't really bode well for my spec. It's Marathon Runner and Collector, me running around, because if you're losing, there's going to be parts inside those supply caches. And you know what, I don't know why I just dropped down. You know, you want the high ground. I think I was just rushing to get the kill, and I paid the price for being stupid. So anyway, I think this round's about to end. 6,340 parts, 18 downs, 15 executions, 5 deaths, and 2 revives. And that's it. I'm Vincent VYAU. This is CritRate. Thanks for watching. More of the Last of Us videos on my channel at youtube.com/CritRate, so check that out. New videos at least every week. And I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and as always, have fun. Peace.